Good evening, everybody. It is just about 6 p.m. You should, in a moment, be able to see my screen. A few things to cover for us tonight. There you go. You can see the screen, I would hope. We are looking at a standard kind of old time dynamic edge, if you like. 3 minutes on the right, 1 minute on the left. Something you're all very familiar with. That's not what the session is about. So we'll crack right on. I do have some notes. I do have not a rant. I would like to be clear. We don't rant anymore. I have strongly worded advice is what I have. And thanks for that, Ben. Hi, Ali, Ludwig. Hello, welcome, everybody. It is being recorded, so whether you're watching it live or not, you'll be able to see the session later. Now, recently, and indeed several times throughout the year, and remember this isn't a rant, I receive a text message, a voicemail even, from a former member who slipped away from the path, looking to refresh and begin again with a vigour I am assured we have not yet seen the like of. And then I hear nothing more for another 300 years or so. And then the question is there. If you didn't take it seriously so far in any of your efforts, how am I expected to believe you're going to take it seriously this time? It's a real thing. Seriousness. Apply it and you get it, you know? Then I'll go on and say that there are members here within the group who have indeed gone on to pass off the likes of the TODs as trading signals of their own that they actively sell on Facebook. Yes, I know who you are. Kicked you out of the group today. Sorry for that. Signals and services of the like are an investment I would put right up there with a semi on the Gaza Strip. That's my view on signals. There it is. I'm still watching the chat, so do, if you are, get me attention if I've missed something. There is then good reason to believe in what we're doing here. And here is an image I'm going to share right now. Boom, a friend of mine shared this one. The importance of smaller steps. A friend of mine shared that on LinkedIn and I thought that's very good and it suits the purpose for today. So this image, it might help some other strugglers with our gates, since I also receive feedback along the lines of every time I get to this stake or this lot size or this level, I bomb out, I crash and burn. So let's consider then X, if you like, and we look at the numbers in a moment, as being the step in question. For a moment, using our tried and tested, trusted and relied upon gates system. That's what I want to look at for us today. So I do have the spreadsheet open. Let me minimize that. Where are you? Let's find it over here. It's this one, the R2R simulation. And what I want to talk about with it is the levels. Some people say, I get to this level and then I get caught out. I get to that level and then I get caught out. And yes, of course, this one is very aggressive. But we can always edit here. We can start with 50 cents. We can do it twice if we have to. We can double it to a euro or a dollar or a pound and again and so on and so on. Now, I'm going to undo what I've just changed there just for a moment, because this is just an exercise in that, every time I get to this level, I bomb out. So I'm going to reverse all of those for a minute. And let's say you bomb out when you get into double figures. Okay, well, remember how we said back here that those 32 pips, to be able to move forward a gate, those 32 pips don't have to be all in one move. So it can be a +5, a -8, a +12, a -3, a +25. and plus 9, and what we got 40 pips. So now, yes, you can move from gate 1 to gate 2 because you do have 40 pips. But let's say that's the bit where you struggle. Let's say that you get to this gate, this stake, this level, and suddenly your psychology goes out the window. Let's say it's not that one. Let's say you're able to get to this one, in which case you've managed another. Let's say you've managed 35 pips here, and you've moved forward to this gate where you're trading £12, euros, or dollars per pip. Well, the easy answer is to say, don't. If that's where you bomb out, instead of going in at 12 right out the gate, go 6. And then as it moves into profit by 6, 7 or 8 pips or so, go another 6. Now you're trading 12 per pip. And let it execute. Let it get to the level whereby you have more than that amount in your account before you decide, yes, I've hit the level, so yes, I can now move forward. Do you follow? Does everyone understand what I'm saying there? Someone type me a yes or unmute and say yes, because that's a real thing. Thanks, Ben. Appreciate that.
Yes, mate.
Thanks, Damon. Very often that happens. So let's delete those, and let's go and do it the really slow, sensible, I'm a scaredy cat kind of way. And I'm not going to make any bones about it. I'm a scaredy cat kind of guy, and I trade scaredy cat kind of methods. And there you go. So if we were trading like that, every time I get to double figures, all right, well, you've gone 5 and 5. You've done the same gate twice, so instead of going to 10, you go 5 and 5, like that. And then maybe instead of closing the trade, you're up enough, you've enough in your bank, you lock in the first 2 with, say, minimum 32 pips on the table from the second entry, from this second, I was trying to go F2, from this jobby. You lock in 32 with him, and maybe you were up already 8 with him. Great. So now effectively you've got 40 pips, and you could do that, couldn't you? And you could do that, couldn't you? And then you've never traded 5 in your life, but suddenly you're trading 20 per pip, and you're trading them in a safe manner that ideally can lead you into a level of confidence that I'd be hoping to instill upon you and into you. That's always what I'm looking for, to instill my followers with confidence. Indeed, as I said earlier in this session, some of them have enough confidence to actually sell our TODs as trading signals. Now, that's a bit of a disappointment for me that when somebody does that, because, well, no one's mentioned to me, hey, I'm going to do this. I know some of the people who I've taught do teach, and I'm kind of pleased and proud for them because I know they're doing it well. But some haven't really qualified enough to be doing that, and it worries me when they do that. So, yeah, I'm left with this kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? A guilt that's not mine. It's a guilt that says, if somebody follows his signals now, if he's late, if he sends I don't know if he's issuing them by text or telegram or some other form of app, whatever it is he's doing, it's a problem for me because it leaves me feeling a kind of a little bit guilty in that that's my stuff being used in a way that it wasn't designed to be used. Now, the point I'm making here is, you guys know me, you guys know my stuff. If somebody else can do that, well, why can't you all just walk yourself through the gates, make the pips without the need to be following, indeed, me or anybody else for that matter? It's doable. It's very, very doable, and it's doable easily and safely and sensibly and all those other good things. It sure is. We can. We've seen it. We've watched it in the sessions. We all know. Yes, I took a minus on the GU TOD myself last week. Got it straight back because it went again, and it was worth taken. It's still a Todd, you know. But when we look at the gates there, they don't generally let us down. They do help us to manage our stake, our funding, our, what's the word I'm looking for? Our ability to control the lot size or the stake. And we do have a tab on here in lots. So if you do trade in lots, yeah, you can trade the gate 1 twice, the gate 2 twice. This column is very, very editable. And it's been designed in exactly that way so that we can all take full advantage of good money management. I am an accountant, or I did, if you like, work as an accountant for many, many years. I'm not an accountant now, I know, but I worked as an accountant for many, many years, and it leaves me the ability to help you to manage your money. Lord knows I manage mine, and I'm in possession of an expensive wife. Let's hope she doesn't ever listen to that one. But there you go. That's the point I want to make today. The stuff we share, it can be copied, it can be duplicated. It is being sold by others, as we know. Indeed, the strategy that's in the background here, this not even as good as this, is being sold by a company in London as we speak for about £4,000 per pop. Last I recall, it was 3,997 plus VAT, as if the £3 made a difference. But there you go. It is what it is, and people will do what they do. We'll do what we do, though, won't we? And ideally we'll do it properly, and we won't skip bits. We'll always be looking for divergence. We'll always be looking for the rejection of a line, and we'll always be very, very careful with the likes of these pivots, higher time frame pivots, etc. We will always be checking ABC, always be checking divergence, EMAs, fibs. So we've got an A, B, C, D, E, F, and I could probably find something for G, H, I, and so on. GH, always be saying, if IJ, if James hears H, if James hears me doing this kind of thing. There you go. There is a lot of acronyms in our stuff. ABC, always be checking, is where it always begins. And yes, I'm always checking. Ideally, I'm checking up on you. Ideally, you're checking up on my checking. And it is what it is thereafter. I've covered what I wanted to. The main thing being this image about small steps. When you're battling with the big ones, see, you can't reach the big ones sometimes. Put 2 or 3 of them together and trade smaller lots, smaller stakes, until it comes natural to you and you realize that you've been trading that value all along. It's, at the end of the day, just a number. Yes, it grows. Yes, it gets bigger, ideally. And yes, you might find some level of fear with that, in which case, double your your initial stake. 50 cents, go twice. Not straight away. Let the first one run into profit a bit and be able to do X and close them all. Maybe it's €1 or $1 or £1 or something. Sit with your finger on the X button and be able to close them all. So even if the second one is a small loss, the first one is a big enough profit to wipe out that small loss. And then if you want to, you can list it as a small profit overall. That's my message for the day. That's my message for the session. Small steps, manage you. And remember, what gets measured gets managed, especially and including us. And again, like I say, our stuff's being copied, used, sold, abused in some cases. So that should give those who are not doing well the confidence to be able to get stuck in there and do well. Because you can. I know you can. You know you can. Sometimes you doubt yourself. Ideally, stop doing that, would you? Longer term targets, not loads at the moment, Christopher. We did look at this NAS the other day, didn't we? And we called the W and we said maybe 18,000 off it. Obviously it's struggling, all these higher value EMAs, but 18,000 was the call off of that one, off of this X, A, B, C higher than A. So D could really be higher than X, but it depends whether X is here or here or here. I thought 18,000 very doable. Obviously it's only Monday. We got some faff on the table. I'm happy to see it pinging in between these EMAs on the 4 hour for now. Orange, purple, red. Let it be so. I'm observing the mid BB here and wondering, are we rejecting that? Are we going to get a bit of a MACD scalper pattern and a ping again off of this S5 before it rallies? But because I don't trade on a Monday anyway, Christopher, I'm happy to wait and let it do whatever faff it's got to do today before it does more for us tomorrow when we're in sessions. Speaking of sessions tomorrow, and well reminded, thanks Christopher, I have a message, a letter in from the electricity supply company that says your power may be out. Well, it will be out between 9 and 5. So I have a plan. I'm going to use the laptop and my phone, but it might not be as clean a session as I'd like. You know, my laptop's got a bit of a hair trigger, so I'll be, what's the word, overly cautious myself, but I'm preaching caution to everybody, so you know I'm preaching the right thing. Overly cautious everybody then, and again, yeah, my electricity supply might well be out tomorrow between 9 and 5. I was going to say reliably informed. I don't know. It's the ESB. So I'm informed no electricity between 9 and 5. And that puts our sessions obviously at risk. But I'll work away with the laptop and the phone and make something happen. Go on then. I'm going to close out. I'll ask you all to trade safe. I look forward to seeing you all on the next live session. Until then, as always, trade safe and many thanks everybody. Bye bye.